YouTube. All right, I think we're live. So on YouTube, should we keep the comments on?
Hey, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's just see if people want to ask questions on here. Let me just mute myself on YouTube. Okay. We can see comments and stuff. All right, we're live. Ryan, you want to, so welcome to our live Meet the CEO webinar for this Wednesday afternoon. This is just an opportunity. Everyone's been asking me questions if they can get me on a Zoom and all this stuff. So I figured, you know what, why not just open it up, invite people to ask questions and go from there. So we got our amazing Director of Product Development, Dr. Ryan Goodkin, kind of to moderate today. So Ryan, I'll let you take it away and lead with the questions.
All right, guys, let's get right into it, Ben. Thank you for doing this. I imagine this is probably the first of, say, we'll do some more of these in the future, I hope, if it goes well. So
yeah, I'd love to do one with you and one with Lisa and one with Nodder. Let everyone get an opportunity to kind of meet all of us.
Agreed. Yeah, super important. We've got a bunch of questions. So what we've compiled a lot from all the feedback we've gotten here. So let's just jump in. Let's see how many we can get through. So Ben, Mr. Ben GLINSKY, besides being an awesome visionary leader, who are you, man?
Awesome. Great question. So actually, I'm looking at these comments. They might be a little bit distracting. Can we turn off comments on?
Yeah, sure, buddy. Here, give me 1 sec. I'm just going to do a pop over here.
All right, I'll let you do that and I will answer the question. All right. So who am I? So you know what? I'm just a normal guy. I think, you know, people see me as a successful business person, but the truth is business kind of takes a backseat to a lot of the other things in my life. I think the most important thing in my life is my wife and kids. They get the most of my effort, energy, attention. After that, it goes to fun, exercise, travel, doing things that I enjoy with people that I enjoy. And then after that, gets into business and entrepreneurship, making money and helping others. So that's actually, speaking of helping others, we do a lot of philanthropic things. I don't know what questions are coming up, but maybe we'll get into some of that later in the call. But yeah, that's kind of how I roll, you know, and I don't want that to sound like business isn't priority and you guys as members and affiliates of LiveGood aren't priority, because I do put a ton, probably most of my time goes into this, but that's after, you know, I give my family the time that they want. I make it a point to always say yes to my wife and kids anytime they ask me to do anything. And then, you know, I spend a lot of time focused on the business stuff. And I think that helps keep me balanced and actually brings the best out of the business side, you know, when I can focus on that and not have to worry about other things. So good question.
No, I love the answer too. Family first, right? You take care of yourself first, and then therefore you can take care of others. And that's exactly what you do. We love that about you. Ben, I don't know if more questions are going to come up on who you are and family and anything to do with your personal life, but the next question is going to jump right into business. So Ben, are you planning on adding services? Are we looking at things like travel, digital? What are we looking to add as far as new services?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we've got a huge base of members already just this early in the game. And I think as we get into the millions and millions of members, that is definitely a possibility. But the thing is, you know, a lot of these travel programs are memberships. And I think it's kind of weird to add a membership program on top of a membership program. Maybe we'll do some discount travel programs, maybe some cashback booking type things, just added value for our members. But on the short term, it's definitely not on the priority list. You know, give us a year or so, see where we are, and it's you know, nothing's out of the question.
Cool. All right, cool. I like how you actually put a kind of a stamp on that as not being on the near-term priority list. That's great. Okay. Next question is, are you planning incentives for members, maybe with qualification requirements?
Again, not on the short-term priority list.
Okay.
I think our compensation plan is super generous. I know there are, you know, some talks about doing some events, and that is more likely. Not incentivized events, but stuff where we invite all LiveGood affiliates and members. But no, we don't have any plans to do any additional incentives for affiliates, even as you achieve rank. I mean, the compensation plan is super, super generous. And I think everything that we're doing is awesome. And quite honestly, there's, we're running pretty lean on margins, and to add, I mean, everything that we add is just, it's tight. So no, it's not in the budget, not in the plans. I'm just going to put a no on that one.
Cool. Okay. Well, look, you did add the crown diamond. Not that that's the same answer, want to be the answer to that question, but we have kind of moved as things have kind of evolved, right? All right. Next question, Ben. Why do you work in the warehouse? Don't you have employees to do that?
That's an awesome question. I love that question. And I hope you guys are going to love the answer. So there's really 3-4 reasons that I do that. Number one, my son, he's 15 years old. He started working there when he was 14, packing boxes, to give him an opportunity to have a job, to make some money. And he does an amazing job. I mean, the kid, we track all the mistakes that people make. Sometimes we'll forget a product. Sometimes we'll put in the wrong product. I mean, anytime there's humans involved and we're sending out thousands and thousands of orders, there's going to be a few mistakes. My son, it's crazy. He makes like none. So that's awesome. But I enjoy, spending time with him, and especially, in a new situation, work environment. And anytime I get the opportunity to do it without embarrassing him, or, having, just being able to hang with them so that's number one reason to be able to hang with my son. But the other reasons are, I think, even more important. And number one is I like being able to see how things are running in our business, in our facility. I like seeing our employees. I like meeting our employees, getting to know them on a deeper level. And I have the opportunity to talk to them. I always buy them lunch on Saturdays when I'm in there, so we can talk and, just learn about them, their families, where they came from, what they like, what drives them. And I think that's important, to have a good relationship with your employees. And I think at the same time, it motivates the employees to want to do a good job if they see that you care about them, and we genuinely care. And Ryan's the same way. He gets in there and packs boxes when we need them. And the third reason is, I like to be able to find any inefficiencies, things we're doing right, things we're doing wrong. If we're doing something right, I like to encourage that and promote it, and say, recognize that Lee, our awesome warehouse manager, is killing it. And if there's, inefficiencies or things that I think we can improve on, I let them know. So those are really the, I thought there was one more, but yeah, that's why I work in the warehouse. It's, that's the other one. And I like, and I mean, Ryan was in there the other day, just killing it. I mean, this guy went through probably 100 orders in like an hour and a half. And I love that. I love that, Ryan and I are probably the hardest workers in the warehouse when we're in there packing boxes. And then as soon as he finished his list, his stack of orders, he jumps right into breaking down boxes, taking out the trash. And so we like to lead by example and show our employees, hey, we care about this place. And hopefully that'll, encourage them to care and work as hard as they can for us.
Man, I love seeing that question, because like the things you just said, I'm also in there. The other day I came home. So the second part to your thing, you're building morale, but you're leading by example. And I love that about you. Good job. The other part, I came home and I was telling Lisa, I said, so many benefits of being in there. Not that you can't run reports on things and see the trends, but you're actually seeing the orders. You're seeing where they're going. There's a lot you can learn from the business, Ben. I 100% agree with you on that. Good job on that. Okay, awesome. Let's move on. Next question. A lot of people think Live Good is too good to be true. What part of Live Good would you consider to be most misunderstood? Or in other words, why do people feel that way?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think probably because it's different, it's unique, it's something that's never been done before. A lot of companies have great products, but they're selling them for 50, 60, 80 bucks, and we're selling them for 18, 20, 24. And it's hard for people to, I guess, grasp how we're doing that. And when so I mean, those companies, especially the network marketing companies, because there's some other companies like Organifi who create some great products, and why they sell them for 60, 70 bucks, probably because they can get it, because there's not really competition for them until now. And I think that we're going to change a lot of things and kind of require a lot of companies to do things a little bit differently. And I think competition is good. And I welcome competition. I think anything that helps the end consumer, the buyer, the little guy, the person who's making the purchase, consuming the products, to help them be able to save money and get a high quality product, get value. Value is really the key word right now, is important. So, yeah, I mean, it's new, it's different, it's unique, and that's probably why it's misunderstood, but it's definitely real. We have the most amazing high quality products, and we make them available for a few dollars above cost, so you guys can actually get them, get benefit from them, and have success, both physically and financially with it.
Yeah, and you're right. There's probably a lot of examples in the marketplace where companies are first to the mainstream market. Yeti coolers comes to mind, right? Now there's a lot of Yeti-like coolers out there for much lower price points, and Organifi might be one of those type of companies. So, but you did mention something. You mentioned something about price points. So how is it possible that we can have such high quality products at such affordable prices from a business perspective?
I mean, right. So again, you look at network marketing companies, and in order to have a compensation plan that pays out what these companies are paying out, 50, 60% in a lot of companies, you make a product for 10 bucks and you're selling it for 60, you pay out half of that, you're at, 30 bucks minus 10, the company's got to have a little bit of profit in there. And a lot of these companies have a lot of overhead. They've got a lot of corporate employees. They have a big corporate office. And the company needs to make money. And so that's, so the way we do it, again, is a little bit different. Instead, it's almost like we're pooling our money together to buy these products in bulk, the highest quality. I mean, Ryan formulates them. He does not skimp on ingredients, on quality, on manufacturing, really on anything, so that we can create these amazing products and sell them for lower prices than everyone else. And still, we have enough of a profit margin in there to keep the company healthy, and to allow you guys to get the products that you need and to save people money. And then on the membership side, there's a little bit of profit in there as well to run the company. And so again, we run on very thin margins. I mean, right now we've got about 600,000 users as of, about 8 months in since we've launched this power line and compensation plan. And that's not, and we're ordering a ton of inventory. So the company, from a profit loss perspective on selling the product, depending on your accounting practices, and this is all numbers stuff. In some accounting practices, it looks like we're making a little bit of money. Some it looks like we're losing because we're spending more on inventory. But it's really not going to be until we get to 1 million, 2 million members that the company is that Ryan and I and Otter and Lisa get to really take out some good profits. And that's not to say, the company isn't healthy now. It absolutely is. And, we're geared, we're ready to scale for the long term. And the inventory we have, I mean, you guys look at we got 2 warehouses packed with inventory and more on the way. So we're ready to grow, we're ready to scale. And that's how we roll. We work on low profit margins. I mean, look, so a lot of companies, I mean, they brag about having 100 corporate employees. We have like 6 customer service people and like 8 warehouse packers. I mean, that's our staff. Our entire operating cost is under $100,000 a month, which is very low compared to most companies out there. And so, scalability and just the way that we run on thin margins, but still profitably, I think is something that most companies don't do. And I think something that a lot of companies should try to focus on more. And a lot of that is also because us as a corporate staff, we take on a lot of responsibility ourselves. We do a lot of stuff instead of paying other people to do it, but that's just how we roll.
Good, man. All right, great. Good answer. So a few months ago, Ben, you posted a video about the compensation plan. I think it has thousands and thousands of views. There's a question here that says, is there any possibility of the compensation plan being changed?
That's a good question. So anytime you change a compensation plan, unless you're just straight adding to it, you're always, if you change something, you're going to help some people and you're going to hurt some people. And we don't like to do that. We don't like the second part of that. You don't want to take money out of people's pockets. So it's very unlike, I mean, nothing is ever for sure. There's a chance, as the company becomes more and more profitable, as we continue to grow, that maybe we can add another rank or put a little bit more money in the comp plan, or maybe, keep the product prices the same if the costs come down and be able to pay out a little. I don't know. I'm not telling you we're doing any of that stuff. It's also possible, but very unlikely, that we change some things in the long term. So I would say most likely no, there won't be any changes, but 5 years down the road, you never know what could happen. Regulations, changes, requirements. It's just time. You got to keep up with trends, timing, everything that's happening in the economy. We don't know where we're going to be as a world in 5 years. So, anything is possible, but in the short term, no.
Okay, thank you. A great question, poignant question. It's awfully broad, so you can go wherever you want with this one. But guys, get your notebooks out, take notes. Ben, what is the secret to success?
Ooh, good one. Okay, so this is probably not what anyone is thinking, that I'm going to say: hard work, perseverance, focus, dedication, don't procrastinate, get stuff done, go to work. Because all those things are important, but this is totally weird for most people. I think there's two things. Number one, I think a lot of it is God-given, universe given, just it's in my DNA. And I think some people are blessed with that, and just have it. And I've been kind of entrepreneurial since I was like 8 years old. I remember I used to buy these little horse stickers for 5 cents. I'd sell them at school for 25 cents. Then I started mowing lawns. I was doing baseball card shows when I was 12 years old, buying a table for 50 bucks. I'd sell $1,000 worth of baseball cards in a weekend. And had a stash of cash in my underwear drawer when I was 12 years old. So I've just always kind of been entrepreneurial. I don't know where it came from, why, what drives it, where the focus is. I had this conversation with my wife because I think about these things, and I got so many. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time, because all these ideas pop into my head all the time. Like, if Live Good wasn't here or something else wasn't here, I wanted to I could launch like 100 different companies just from all the ideas that are in my head. And I don't like saying no to great ideas, because I don't know. I just believe there's some weird stuff. I believe the universe gives you ideas, and if you act on them, you get more. And just like being grateful and thankful for what you are, where you are, what you have, even if it's very little to nothing. When I was 22 years old, I filed bankruptcy. I was getting into network marketing. I thought I was going to be a millionaire in 6 months. Like everyone, didn't happen like that. Racked up $40,000 in credit card debt, which, at that time was a lot of money, especially when you have like $100 a month worth of income coming in. But it was a great lesson, and I was very thankful for where I was at the time. I was always learning, always trying to improve myself. And so, yeah, that's a long answer that didn't really say anything, but I think so. Part of it is just DNA. I believe. I truly believe that. For people who don't have it, that doesn't mean you can't have success. I absolutely think you can. You just have to learn. You have to focus. You have to educate yourself a lot more, and you have to be diligent, and you have to, a lot of people have different levels of risk tolerance, and what's the word I'm looking for? Get comfort zones, and you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. In fact, my jujitsu instructor says that you got to get comfortable being in uncomfortable situations. If someone's laying on your face, and you just gotta for 5 minutes, you gotta just wait until the right opportunity is there. And I think that's true with business as well. So secret to success, if it's not God-given, you gotta focus. You gotta get out of your comfort zone. Do things that are hard. Do things that are scary. And I try to teach my kids this as well. And my daughter is really, she has done a lot of stuff. My son is slowly getting there, which really makes me proud and happy and excited. But we push it on them a lot. Nothing worth having or doing or being happens easy. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to make it happen. You got to do things that are scary, and that's I don't think it's a secret, but that's how you get there.
Okay, buddy. Amen to that. I think people can relate. They can understand that getting out of your comfort zone, just going and getting those first 2 people to be a bronze. I mean, like we say, that's a huge sense of accomplishment. And that's probably the most important rank in the company. It's the foundation. So thank you for that, Ben. All right. So next up, this one I hear too. And I think all of us have people on the fringe that are saying these types of things. And I'm very curious to see and hear how you answer this question. So people are saying Live Good will not last. How can we be sure Live Good will be here long term?
That's an interesting question. I don't know where the concern might come from there, because first of all, we do everything right, everything clean, 100% legal, 100% fair. So, and our products are absolutely amazing. I guess maybe the question comes from seeing a lot of other companies, go from nothing to really big to gone in a few years. I mean, I can name probably 5 of them. I mean, you look at, where did Mona V go? Where did Zango go? Where did Visalis go? These are some of the biggest companies over the last 10 years, and now they're gone. Jeunesse is now just sold to another company. They were huge, especially in Europe. I mean, there are a lot of companies that come, they grow, and they go out of business. And I think part of the reason for that is they're all led by the opportunity, by the money. And that's not to say that Live Good isn't, and I'll get to that in a second. But once everyone has in the industry, because people, okay, especially nowadays, and actually not just now, because we talk about the average person in the network marketing industry buys a product for 2.8 months until they're either not making money or they can't afford it anymore, or they don't believe that it's going to help them make money. 2.8 months, under 3 months is the average lifespan of someone in a network marketing company. So once you've kind of exhausted all those people who come in to make money, and you might have a huge explosion of growth, and then it drops off and everyone goes to the next deal. And that's why, it's interesting, because all these companies, again, they lead with the compensation plan. This is the best compensation plan out there. This is the best company that's ever been in the network marketing industry. They have a good 5, 6, 7-year run, and then they fall off, they milk it for all they can, and everyone goes to another company when the checks start going down. And again, I think Live Good is driven a lot by the opportunity to earn income on that spillover in the matrix, and just from the compensation plan. But I think the thing that's going to make Live Good long term compared to all these other companies is the products. That's what is, look, we're probably selling more, we are selling more products than most companies in the network marketing industry where you have to buy a product to get paid in that company. We're selling more product than almost all of those companies, and there are no requirements to buy product. No one has to purchase products in Live Good. That's what's going to make this a long-term opportunity, because people need supplements. I mean, Ryan and Lisa talk about it on every opportunity call, every Friday call, every Monday product call. People need supplements. You're not getting enough from your food. Everyone needs something. And a lot of people need a lot. I mean, I take almost every one of our products, and I'm a healthy guy. I'm actually drinking my mix of greens and collagen right here. That's what's going to keep this thing long term, because the nutritional supplement industry, I don't know the exact number, but it's a multi-billion dollar industry. We have the highest quality products on the planet at the lowest prices anywhere. It just makes sense. People want products, they want value, and again, that word, I'm sure it's going to come up a few more times in this call. They want value, and that's exactly what we're offering. So that's what's going to continue driving this company long term. Yes, I think a lot of people who maybe don't get enough spillover aren't seeing, hundreds of dollars a month. I think we're going to get people dropping out if they're making $12 a month, even though it's covering their membership, if they're not buying the products. But the people who are buying the products, guys, they're going to stay on this company for years and years and years. Even if they go to another opportunity, another company where they're making money, there's not going to be a better place to get higher quality products at a better price than Live Good. So I see a lot of people might leave the opportunity side, but continue to be a customer of Live Good for years and years to come. And I think that's really the backbone. And again, every product that we continue to add just creates more value for that $9.95 a month membership that people aren't going to stop paying.
Okay, got it. Speaking of other companies, Ben, now besides LiveGood, who is the best network marketing company out there?
It's a funny question. Yeah, interesting. I don't know how. So, what was the question? What's the best?
Yeah, it says what's the best network marketing company besides
What's the
LiveGood? I thought it was a
best
funny question
network
too.
marketing? Okay, it was funny. I was actually looking at Amway
Yeah.
at their website the other day. I was just curious because they're still doing over $2 billion a year in sales. It's crazy. Okay. They
Wow.
had like I was just looking at some of the I mean, their protein shakes like $50. So they had a turmeric product that's in our factor 4 that was like $30. They had a CoQ10 product that was like $20. That's also in our factor 4. They had a garlic product that was like $28. That's also in our factor 4. They didn't have an omega-3 or a fish oil product. So you add those 3 products together, turmeric, CoQ10, and garlic, you're paying $80 over there. Is that right? Yeah,
That was
$80.
Mhm.
Compared to our $18.50, and you're not even getting the fish oil in their products. It's so to say, is Amway the best company? I don't know. They're still the biggest. I think prepaid legal is a great company. I've actually had a prepaid legal membership for like 20 years. But and so from is it a great company? Yes, it's a great company. They provide a great service at a great value. But is it a great opportunity? No, everybody's already in prepaid legal. They've got 3 million members. That's another reason I think it's a great company. And I think that was a question, the best company. But from an opportunity perspective, to go to prepaid legal now and try to join and make money would be very difficult because everybody's already been in it, has a membership, or has been pitched on it. So it's very challenging. Other companies, I mean, we buy a lot of product. My wife buys an Arbonne. She's got a friend in Arbonne. They have these like hydration sticks, which Ryan is actually working on, a product that we're going to have. So she won't be buying from them anymore. She used to buy the Deep Blue from doTERRA. Now we use our CBD pain cream. She buys essential oils from Young Living, I think. We're working on some essential oils. So there's a lot of great companies out there. I think, if you're talking about building a company, and full disclosure, I do the software for this company I'm about to talk about. So I actually earn money. I'm not pitching it, just answering the question. My friend Justin Clark owns a company called iCoin Pro. It teaches you how to trade cryptocurrency. And so you can it teaches you how we've had a membership there. My son, when he was 9, he's 15 years old. When he was 9, he started following Justin's system, trading crypto. And now he's like my what do you call it, advisor. I'm like, hey, it's funny, yesterday, because I trade stocks sometimes, I'm like, hey, I just bought some NEO today. It's down. It was like $15 last week. It's in the 11s now. I'm like, I bought some NEO. And then later last night, he's like, dude, NEO's going to go down. And now today it's down 2.5%. He's like, it might go up, but it's going to go down before it goes up. And it's crazy. He just learned that from Justin's system. So I think from a value perspective, again, I think everyone should have a way to make money outside of network marketing. And I think that's a cool one because, again, value. Other than that, yeah, I mean, any company that's selling, even Amway, even Herbalife, who are selling overpriced products that they have to mark up 6, 8, 10, 12 times to be able to pay out big commissions in a compensation plan, I don't believe are going to be here. Really, I mean, I think the next 6 months is going to be really eye-opening for a lot of these companies who think that even if it's funny, I see a company launching right now. One of my friends went over there because he got a deal. We don't do deals, but he got a deal and he's pitching this company selling a $57 multivitamin. And he's getting people in it for the opportunity side. It's just the next 6 to 12 months, I think is going to be an awakening for the industry, and value is going to come into play. Everything is shifting towards value. And if you're trying to sell overpriced stuff, it's not going to work anymore. And just another reason that I think LiveGood. So to answer your question, yeah, LiveGood I think is definitely the best opportunity. I think if there was a second, iCoin Pro is a good choice. Other than that, actually my friend Dave Jordan, I have nothing to do with this company. He's just a good friend. He launched he has this collection of sports memorabilia, probably the biggest sports memorabilia collector in the world, but he's selling value. Like he's selling $65 worth of baseball cards or whatever for like 50 bucks. So you kind of get a little bit more for your money than you're spending. So I think value is good. I think it's a hard opportunity to build, because it's just that I don't think the interest is there, but you know, value is important. So I don't know if that answered it, but
No,
there
you
you go.
did. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So next up is a question from for international pack. So when is the international pack going to be available?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Yeah, it's close. We're just waiting on Factor 4 to come back in stock. As soon as it hits the warehouse, we're packing those boxes, shipping them to Germany, and probably a week or two later, they'll be up on the website. So I'd say 3 weeks.
Okay.
Assuming Factor 4 comes in the next few days.
Yep. Okay. Good answer. Thank you. Okay. This question, Ben, I want to know this answer too. Are we going to have a convention?
Okay. Conventions are normally for training and for like product launches, for recognition. And those things are all good. And this is just a little network marketing education, I guess. So a lot of people in network marketing, it's very interesting. And Ryan, we talk about this, and you guys got to do the social interaction, social, what did we talk about? Just
purely socialization, right?
Yeah, just having stuff going on in your life for a lot of people. And I don't want to say it's sad. It's great. It's great that network marketing offers this to people, offers, you know, kind of a way to connect with a lot of other like-minded people. And so that's why people kind of crave conventions, because they want to get together with like-minded people. And that's great. And a lot of times, you know, they look so forward to that. And I think it's, again, totally a positive thing, but it just shows how much people need that social interaction, and that just part of their life where they connect and do things with like-minded people. And that's why this is kind of a training. But again, I think, you know, Ryan and Lisa, I know are going to do a call specifically on this topic here soon. I think everyone needs to, and I see it so much in network marketing and really everywhere. People just, they don't have hobbies. They don't have things going on in their life outside of their network marketing business or outside of their family, that they don't have any social outlet, and they don't have any social interaction. They don't have anything to look forward to, or challenges or competition. Like I have a little mountain bike group. You know, Ryan's kind of part of it when he rides, rarely, but you know, we compete with each other in a super friendly way. We're cheering for each other, but still want to crush each other out there as far as, you know, who's the fastest. You know, I have great friends that I surf with. Ryan's one of them. You know, I love snowboarding. I think you guys, and this is just kind of a little training, you guys need to find something that you enjoy, that you can do with other people who also enjoy the same thing. And it could be something simple like, you know, go play cards, join. And I'm not talking about poker. I'm talking about like hearts or spades or something like that. You know, find a local card group, or start a local card group or something. Find a walking club or a hiking club or a knitting club. I mean, for real, there are a lot of activities and opportunities out there. You know, get into golf or take some lessons, and then you could join the Tuesday game, the men's game, the women's game, the women's clinics, whatever. You know, there's so many opportunities out there to go socialize with people. And it's such an important and impactful part of your life that really keeps you going and keeps you driven. And that, you know, conventions are great, and they're a great way to do that. But I don't, and I'm not trying to avoid answering the question. We don't have one in the short-term plans, mainly because we don't need to do any training. I think all the training, we've got the best training on our Friday calls. You've also got YouTube. You've got, I mean, there are just unlimited resources to teach you how to build a company, how to recruit people. And here, all you have to do is tell people about the products, and they're going to want to buy them. Recognition, you know, we kind of do that on call. That's cool to have, and to see people having success. And then product launches, you know, I mean, we're launching a new product every other week, it seems like now, as we continue to grow. But so no, there's not one in the plans. I think we're more likely to do, and I know Trisha Costa, one of our platinum leaders, is preparing a cruise that everyone's invited to. So maybe some activities and events, not necessarily conventions, but at the same time, you got find stuff to do outside of network marketing, outside of the group that you're in, and it will really make your life a lot more enjoyable, have more to live for, have more just happiness. Because I also think you can't help others until you help yourself. You can't be happy, help other people get happy if you're not truly happy inside yourself. And so that's just a little advice from me. But to answer your question, no conventions in the short-term plans, possibly down the road, but more likely we will have some events going on.
Oh, yes, buddy. The context in that answer was beautiful. Thank you for that. The socialization, we are social creatures. One of Lisa's mentors is actually one of her clients in health coaching. This is a great human, and his thing was skiing, which skiing, tennis, and golf are like kind of the three sports that as you age you can gracefully continue to participate in with others. Ben, as a matter of fact, tonight I have my first pickleball lesson with a group from the neighborhood. Man, that's so important. I agree wholeheartedly with that. And as a reminder, just kind of following up on the training, it's like, if you have people in your life, they're just like constantly negative, look, saying no also can be a powerful tool, and finding other social circles to kind of work into. I believe in that also. So Ben, we're going to go into a question on the tech side now. This question is, can we have a two-factor authentication on the accounts to avoid hackers from stealing money from us?
Okay, so I've seen that question a few times. I've had it emailed to me and asked to me. Short answer is yes. My concern is this, anytime we add something, change something, instead of it making things easier, a lot of times it actually makes things way more confusing and creates way more support issues than the alternative. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of my concern right now. I know if we turn on a two-factor authentication thing and require it, that we're just going to get a ton of support issues and people trying to figure out how to use it, locking themselves out of their own systems. And then we have to figure out how to let them in if they're really the same person that locked themselves out, or if it's just a hacker trying to pretend that they are. So it's interesting. My advice is, look, we're not going to send you emails asking you to log in and do anything other than buy your product. Just don't click on any links, go to livegood.com and log in there. And you won't have any issues. But yeah, we are looking into it. We're looking into an easy solution that's optional, so you can add it if you want. But and we don't have, it's funny. So I see this a lot. I see, you get two complaints that are the same, and then all of a sudden people think everyone's getting hacked and losing money, or someone gets a wrong product, and now all of a sudden they think everyone's getting wrong products in their orders. So just because a couple people, yes, have gotten their accounts hacked because they weren't safe with their password and someone got it, doesn't mean our system isn't secure. It just means you were kind of not real careful with your personal information. So it's not a common thing. It is not happening often at all in this company. But again, to answer your question, yes, we're looking into an easy, as questionless, supportless way to do it.
Yeah, and a reminder to those out there, do not share your password with others. That's a bad idea. All right, next question. Can we have a designated customer service agent responsible for helping platinums and above?
No, for two reasons. One, platinums aren't any more important than someone who just signed up this morning. And I don't like that they may think they are. You guys aren't. So no for that reason. And also no, literally our support, you guys are getting responses the same day, usually within a few hours. There's no reason to have another level of support that maybe is going to save you 5 minutes on getting an answer. So no.
All right, follow up to that then. So what about adding a customer service escalation department for situations that they cannot solve?
I don't know what situation support wouldn't be able to solve, or how another level of support would be able to solve one that our already highly trained people and customer service manager can't solve. So, I mean, occasionally, questions are forwarded to me in certain situations. They say, what should we do here? And I'll tell them. So there's kind of an escalation level there already, but I just don't see, again, I don't see an issue where that's needed. And I don't see that, I mean, maybe, one question a week isn't worth hiring a whole new person or department to do that. So no, again.
All right, we appreciate that, Ben. Thank you. So now how about, are we going to add another rank? And I had referenced earlier about adding crown diamond. So are we adding another rank?
It's possible. As I talked about earlier, our compensation plan, guys, I want you, for those of you who know how to do math, if you add up all the percentages that we pay out in the compensation plan, we pay out 80% on the front end, 80% of the initial $10 and the $40 affiliate fee, 80% get paid out to you guys in commissions. On the back end, it's up to 85%. If you add all those, it's 37.5% in the matrix. It's 45% in matching bonuses, because we pay out all of those matching bonuses. It's not like that 5% or that 5%. It's that 5%, that 5%, that 5%, that 5%, I think 7 times or something, plus the 50, plus the 10, plus the other 10, plus the 5s. I mean, the 3s. And then the 2.5% in the bonus pool. So it's up to, and obviously different legs. Some legs were maxed out. Some, actually no legs were maxed out, because we don't have 5 crown diamonds stacked in any individual leg. So we're probably still under 80% total payout there. But that's on the monthly membership. So, and keep in mind, on the yearly membership, we're actually paying out 12 months on only taking in 10 months. So we're paying out 8 out of the $10, or 8 out of the almost $8 for the yearlies. So the margins, again, are really tight. So to add anything to this compensation plan, we'd have to be, we'd have to easily be in the millions of members at that point. But at the same time, we'd have to have, when we first launched our crown diamond rank, it was because when our first diamond asked me, what do we need to do to get another rank? He wanted something else to strive for. I'm like, as soon as we hit 10 diamonds, I'll add another rank. We hit 10 diamonds. He called me out, like, all right, crown diamonds here. So I'll throw the same carrot out there. We have 10 crown diamonds. We'll add another rank. Yeah, we'll put it at that. So there you go.
Ben, I think I might replay that answer a couple of times, because that's really important. I like that answer. Thank you. Ben, that concludes it, man. That is everything. We've spent now about 45 minutes together. I think it was extremely valuable. I'm hoping this will be the first of a few. Like you said, maybe the others we can do this with each department. But Ben, is there anything closing words that you have for us?
Yeah, let me see if anyone else asked me. I've been getting the emails and Facebook message. Oh, here's a good one. I want to answer this one just because it's a little controversial. So here's a question forwarded to me by someone. It says, are we approved with the BBB? Now, I just want to say this because I'm the total opposite of a fan of the BBB. In fact, anyone that advertises they're accredited with the Better Business Bureau, I don't do business with them. And the reason is because the Better Business Bureau is one of the biggest scams out there. If you YouTube, I want everyone to do this just because I freaking hate the BBB. Because they send us stuff and they're like, if you don't respond to this, we're going to have to report you to the authorities. It's like, dude, who are you? You're some independent organization trying to pretend to police the world, and then you're scamming everyone into paying you to get an A+ rating. And if you YouTube, just YouTube BBB scam or BBB on 2020. 2020 did a report, the news thing 2020, that, I mean, they had some like terrorist organizations with A+ business ratings because they paid for their accreditation. And then they've got some like the Hilton Hotel had an F because they wouldn't respond and play their game. So no, we're definitely not playing the BBBs, playing into their scam. I do not do business with companies that do that. Again, we do things right. We always will. But to have some organization that I believe is a scam say that we're good, what does that even mean? So, all right, so that answers that one. Let me see if we got any more. Let's check my email. Okay. Okay, here's one. Is there ever a possibility for a distribution center and manufacturing center for the CBD products for them to be available in Canada due to our Canadian laws? Yes, there is a possibility. It is not on the short-term radar. I mean, CBD, guys, is a great product. Don't get me wrong, but it's one of like 20 of our products, and in the order of popularity, as far as how many bottles get ordered every day, it's probably like, I don't know if it's even in the top 10 right now. Great products, but having that product internationally, having that product in Canada, I don't believe is gonna have a serious impact one way or the other on volume, on memberships, on affiliates. So again, that's not on the short-term plans. Once we get 1 million members in Canada, will it be worth doing? Probably, yes. And that's a very sincere and genuine possibility. So the answer is yes, it's possible, but again, not on the short-term plans until there, we kind of see more demand there for it. Yeah, so that answers that. Let's see any more coming in, Ryan?
No, I did just take a look though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got. I think we got them all. Awesome. Well, yeah, guys, thanks for joining us. Hopefully that answered questions. I was kind of hoping there'd be more kind of personal ones. I think that was kind of more of the point of the call, is to have an opportunity to get to know me today. And we'll do it with Ryan, and one with Lisa, and one with Nodder as well. But happy to answer ones about the company, about business, and everything you asked. So all awesome questions. Thank you guys so much for joining. Have an awesome day. And anything else, Ryan?
I don't think so, man. It was great. Thank you so much, Ben.
Cool. All right. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for joining. See ya.